What is up, boys? UFC Fight Night. Burns versus Malott. Full card predictions. Now, I know I've been going for a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I've been going for a little bit. We've been slacking a little bit. But I do want to stay consistent and keep uploading for the rest of the year, boys. So before we get into this breakdown, like, comment, subscribe. Let's get straight into it, bro. Like, I don't even want to... we got the greatest card of the year about to happen. Everybody cannot wait for Jamie Siraj versus John Yanis, bro. I honestly could care less, gang. Jamie Siraj, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, bro, are you really gonna be mad at me because I didn't break that shit down? Like, bro, no one, like, I'm sorry, like, all respect to these guys, no one is, like, looking forward to Jamie Siraj versus John Yanis. Like, look, can we just be honest? I'm moving up, right? Anyway, we got John Castaneda versus Mark Vologden. If you don't know, John Castaneda, UFC vet, gives guys a tough fight. And we have Mark Vologden. He's coming off that, honestly, total war on the Contender Series. Like, just messed that guy up, I'm not going to lie. Mark Vologden's good. He lost that fight, but he ended up getting signed just because he did do his thing. I think this is a little too soon of a matchup. Like, and too big of a step up in comp. I don't feel comfortable picking Mark Vologden, but I am. Like, I don't know. I feel like his freshman class in the Contender Series, a lot of those guys are still really good in the UFC. I think they're like 11-1 in total. So I'm just going to have to go Mark Vologden. John Castaneda can pretty much win this, so he can show Mark Vologden levels. Mark Vologden isn't 5'3". I believe he's about like maybe 5'5", 5'6". Both these guys are kind of small for bantamweight. But I feel more comfortable going Mark Vologden. He just doesn't have really good takedown defense. So if John Castaneda starts mixing in the takedowns, I think it could be a decision, but I'm going to go Mark Vologden. He also has T-Rex arms, bro. Bro, honestly, John Castaneda is the better pick, but I'm just going Mark Vologden based off vibes, bro. Honestly. Starting up this video strong, I ain't gonna lie. Moving on up the card, we have Jamie Linhorth versus JJ Aldridge. Man, Jamie Linhorth, man. I'm gonna go Jamie Linhorth. I think she's really tall for the weight class. I don't know if she's 5'7". I thought she was like 5'9". But she's really tall for the weight class. I'm gonna have to ride the win streak. And I kind of think this is where the card's going to start building a lot of Canada favorites, trying to position the Canadians to win. So I'm going to go Jamie Linhorth. I think she's just going to get it done. I just trust her to get it done more. And I think she's going to stick and move. I think she has decent enough takedown defense as JJ Aldridge tries to switch levels, go for a takedown. So give me Jamie Linhorth, man. I just feel more confident in Jamie Linhorth. The odds are like a minus 170. Now I think she's like a minus 200, but I like Jamie Linhorth. I'm going to ride the momentum, and I think she's going to use that jab, stick and move, you know what I'm saying? Stick and move. I think she got that. Moving up the card, we have Melissa Croden versus Daria Zinskova. Bro, honestly, I feel like Melissa Croden's a fraud, bro. Some things, bro, like, I don't know. Every time I see her fight, it's like, yeah, she's good, but I feel like she's going to get fraud checked. Like, and she kind of did, I guess, in the Luana Santos fight. But what I'm saying is, like, fraud checked on the feet. Both these girls are kind of evenly matched everywhere. Pretty much same build, same reach, same height. And I kind of want to favor the Russian here. I like Melissa Croden as a pick. I'm going to stick to my pick in Melissa Croden. She has the knockout. She be knocking girls out. I also feel like Melissa Croden kind of fought the better comp technically, but Daria's a really good fighter. Like, not really good, but she's good enough to beat Melissa Croden. So, like, I don't know. I would fade this. I would stay away from this. I'm going Melissa Croden, but Daria could easily win this. Moving up the card, we have Tanner Bozer versus Gökhan Sarıkam. We got a Turkish wrestler pretty much. I'm pretty sure versus Tanner Bosner. Been in the UFC for a little bit. I'm going to have to go Sarıkam. I don't know why, bro. Like, again, like, I don't know. Like, Tanner Bosner is obviously, like, the better pick. This guy's making his debut. It's never good to pick a debutant to kind of win, but I don't know. I feel like Tanner Bosner is... like, I don't know. Like, I'm not, bro. He's 21-10. Like, what do you want me to say, bro? I'm gonna pick the Turkish guy, bro. Moving on to the card with Julian LeBlanc versus Robert Valentin. Obviously, they're trying to feed a guy who I'm pretty sure he's undefeated or he's on a fat win streak. Julian LeBlanc versus Robert Valentin, because Robert Valentin's on a 3-fight losing streak against all killers except Ryan Loder. You know, like, bro, I think I knocked out by Ryan Loder. Robert Valentin is not all that. Even in the stand-up, though, you know when someone's kind of good, but they're just not doing good in the UFC. You know, they just got a lot of hard matchups, bro. Like, Robert Valentin, bro, like, I understand you have hard matchups, bro, but you ain't even do anything for him. Taurus Finney just ragdolled you. Teba Gutierrez knocked you out. Ryan Loder knocked you out. Like, bro, it's just... Like, how am I going to pick a guy who don't even got that urgency in him? And I think Julian LeBlanc's going to spark him. A lot of people are saying, Robert Valentin might make this close, man. Bro, like, Robert Valentin about to get sparked up. I like Julian LeBlanc, bro. I like him to win this fight. I just can't pick Robert. Like, what has he done inside the UFC? He got signed off a loss. What am I supposed to do with that, you know? Until I see something, I can't really pick him for him. And we have Dennis Bazooka versus Mauricio Barbosa. Bro, I'm going Mauricio Barbosa. They're feeding Dennis Bazooka to Barbosa. Like, and I think this is going to be a first-round KO. I think Barbosa's going to smoke this easily. I think they're trying to display Barbosa. He's really aggressive. I think he's on like a 5-fight KO streak. Bazooka... You're 5'9", bud, but you're cooked, you know? I don't think that's going to matter in this fight, even though Barbosa's not too small for the weight class. He's a little smaller, but, you know, I feel like featherweights who are 5'7", 5'8", find a lot of success in that division. Volk, Mavzar, Vallejos, Emmett, even though Emmett's, you know what I'm trying to say, but, like, yeah, Barbosa, bro, wrap it up, honestly. I mean, not Barbosa, Bazooka, wrap it up, bro. Barbosa KO in the first round. He's just nasty, aggressive, always looking for a finish. And I think Bazooka's chin is done. What the fuck? So, Thiago Moises is a baldy right here. We just click on it. Bro grows some hair. Anyway, Gage Young versus Thiago Moises. Honestly, if Thiago Moises is ever like a plus 100 dog, I'm always kind of tempted to pick him. I picked him in a couple fights. I just... don't know if I could pick him here. I'm just going to side with Gage Young. He's an up-and-coming prospect. He's a good wrestler. Can mix it up. But Thiago Moises, man, people forget, man. This guy makes fights tricky. So I just don't really know if I'm that confident in Gage Young. I'm just confident that he's going to shoot the takedowns. He's going to get it done. But Thiago Moises can just negate those takedowns. He can't get some takedowns of his own. I just like the aggressiveness from Gage Young and how he can really grapple. So we're going to see what's up. I'm just curious. I wanted to see what their odds were. But, yeah, man. I'm going to have to go Gage Young. But like I said, Thiago Moises is always a good underdog. Like, honestly, in my opinion anyway. He's always a good underdog. Moving on up the card, we have Jasmine Jasudavicius versus Karine Silva. Karine Silva is a fraud. She's a grappler. Her resume looks nice, but her last 3 fights, she did not beat Barbosa. She's on a 3-fight losing streak, and she just doesn't look that good. And I think once Jazz kind of implements her game plan, take you down, ground and pound, I think Karine Silva's gonna try to throw subs off the back. I don't think she's gonna get any of them though. So I'm going to have to favor Jasmine Jasudavicius to get it done. I think she can really show Karine Silva levels. And, yeah, man. I mean, Jazz, in my opinion, unless it's like a top 3, top 4 opponent, she's always a lock, in my opinion. Just the way she implements her game plan. She's fun on the mic. Yeah, man. I just like Jasmine to win this fight. I think she's a lock, to be honest. I'll let y'all know the locks in the next video. I'm going to film another video on my most confident picks. Then we got Mando Nalo versus Jai Herbert. Bro, look at Jai Herbert. Like, buddy. Jeez, bro. Buddy look like he done been through some shit, bro. I'm going to have to go Mando Nalo, bro. He looked really good in the Dana White Contender Series. Got a nasty finish, which I'm pretty sure he was the underdog in that fight. He's just kind of a weird striker, but he just, like, the eye test, bro. Like, Jai Herbert's done 13-6. Maldonado finishes fights. I'm pretty sure all of his wins are by a finish. Bro, Jai Herbert, like, bro, I think he's just done. Everybody, he's known as the guy who got knocked out by Ilia Topuria. Bro, if your career is being known as the guy who got knocked out, that just says enough about you, bro. No disrespect. I'm going to have to go Maldonado. And I think this is another case, bro. I think this Canada card's really kind of on display to show, like, the Canadian prospects tap into that market, because we got Julian. Yeah, bro, look at, like, I think they're just trying to push the Canadian fighters, and I think they're going to do that right here. I think Maldonado's going to knock Jai Herbert out in the first 2 rounds. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I don't think it's even going to be close. I think Jai Herbert can have some success, maybe kind of make it close. But, bro, Jai Herbert lost to Chris Padilla. Chris Padilla is like, what, 5'9", 5'8", bro. You're 6'1". Use your long reach. I think he's over with, though. Give me Maldonado. Moving up the card, we have the co-main event. We have Kyler Phillips versus Charles Jourdain. Now, a lot of people are high on Charles Jourdain, but I think Kyler Phillips can make this close. The only problem with Kyler Phillips is he gasses. He's very explosive. He's very dangerous round 1. But I think if Charles Jourdain survives round 1, I think he's live maybe for a possible live bet. But the odds are pretty reasonable for Charles Jourdain. But I think Charles Jourdain is going to show Kyler Phillips levels. You know what I'm trying to say? So we just got to see what's up. Kyler Phillips is good, though. He's not bad. He's just been kind of like a stump. But I think Charles Jourdain can really just come out here and, like, kind of just piece him up, possibly catch a sub, or maybe Kyler Phillips shoots in, Charles Jourdain gets another gi, you know what I'm saying, guillotine, you know what I'm saying, gets another gilly. So I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about this fight. I'm kind of 50-50 on it, but I think Charles Jourdain's going to win. So I'm going to go Charles Jourdain. He's also undefeated. He moved down from featherweight to bantamweight. I think this suits him a lot more. I think he's kind of big for the weight class, and he can use that to his advantage. So give me Charles Jourdain to get it done. Moving on up the card. I mean, you know it. I know it. We're all gonna go Mike Malott, right? But, like, at the same time, we all kind of feel like Gilbert Burns might win this, right? Bro, I thought Gilbert Burns was gonna win against Sean Brady, bro. I thought he was gonna make it close against Sean Brady. I'm pretty sure he almost got KO'd against Sean Brady. I thought Gilbert Burns was gonna make it close or somewhat competitive to fucking Michael Morales. Got smoked like a bag of chips first minute. Now, like, you know what I'm saying? Something's like, yo, bro, Gilbert can make it close, man. I think Mike Mallott's gonna knock him out, bro, like maybe the first 2 rounds, bro. Maybe first 3. If Gilbert has success, he's gonna have to shoot a takedown, implement his grappling. Like, listen, at the end of the day, we know, I'm not saying Mike Malott is the better overall fighter, experience-wise. If we go resume for resume, it's obviously Gilbert Burns. He's a legend in the sport, took all these fights short notice, didn't care. Chimaev, made it close to Chimaev. But that was Gilbert Burns when he's 36. You know what I'm saying? 36, maybe 37. But this guy's 39 on his way to 40. So I think the fight's not going to be close, and I think they're trying to display Mike Malott. And if you think about it, I just see Mike Malott kind of being like Gilbert Burns being on Mike Mallott's resume. You know, I just see it. Like, I see, okay, Gilbert Burns win for Mike Malott. I don't see like a Mike Malott win for Gilbert Burns. It's just like they're kind of trying to push Mike Malott with the welterweight starter package. Kevin Holland was a Neil Magny. And he was beating Neil Magny, and then he beat Charles Racky. Like, he got good wins on his resume. It's not his fault Neil Magny cockroach beat him by KO in the 3rd round like Neil Magny always does. But I don't know, man. I'm going to have to go what my gut says, and I'm going to have to go Mike Malott. But a lot of people are kind of high on Gilbert Burns. The group chat was kind of high on Gilbert Burns, so we'll see what's up. But I like Mike Malott to win in this fight. Boys, those are the predicts. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm out.